We are live.
Cool. Okay, let me post our live link here.
Hello, anybody, everybody. As people join us, we'll get going here for some exclusive content.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you didn't see last night, but afterwards, the things that happened. And we're going to show you what plenty of interesting stuff on this Superchat.
Yes, it's going to be good. It is going to be good. We have started doing Super Chats for our audience on YouTube. Please subscribe. Join us. Okay, put in. Ooh, okay, we're here. Yay.
We're good. There's some people
There we
watching now. Yep.
Oh, okay. How's that? Is that better? Is that better?
Yeah, you
They
got to
said
talk
they
right
can
into the mic. Yeah.
They said they can't hear me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm being quiet. I'm being, hi. Good evening, everybody. TJ, how you doing? Is that better or
That's very good if you just talk right into the mic.
I am talking right into the mic now. I had it kind of turned weird, but how's that, everybody? You ready to hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can folks hear me now? How's that? Folks, how are you tonight? Did you catch my last show on Paloma for fraud? Did you catch it? Did you see it? Did you watch the evidence we put forth? Because, let me tell you, she did. In fact, she made the mistake of wanting to watch it live. Somebody messaged me during the show, Cindy, Paloma is live streaming you right now. And I was like, no, she won't even say my name. She is a coward.
Yeah.
She's a coward. Do you remember, Duke, when we were exposing the frauds at Standing Rock?
Oh, yeah.
That they were like, that lady with the radio show.
Yeah, we had multiple people that would spend all this time talking about this radio show in Fargo, but they'd never say Cindy's name or the name of the show. And so we actually did a show where,
She shall not be named.
She shall not be named, and we played.
She who will not be named.
She who will not be named, and we played all these clips of people that were bantering about the shows we were producing, but they wouldn't actually say the show's name, but they're complaining about them. So we did a whole show taking clips of people not saying the name of the show.
Not saying my name, not saying the name of the show. And you know why? Because I have receipts. I am showing you an assortment of my receipts. Not even all of them, not even a quarter of them. I want to make the shows interesting, guys. I want to make the shows entertaining for you. A lot of people have complained to me that I spend hours showing all my work, showing my math on everything that I say. And you know why I do it? I do it because I don't want people to say, oh, that's just her opinion. That's just a lie. That's made up. Where's the evidence of that? So I show all the evidence along the way. And I mount it. I grow it. I don't show you the most damning evidence right up front. I work my way up. So, in the beginning, these frauds say, oh, that's nothing. It doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to it. Just ignore it. But as the evidence starts to mount and they're caught in lie after lie, omission after omission, situation they can't explain after situation, they can't explain, they won't explain. Notice how she explains things away.
Oh, yeah.
She keeps saying, I do have U.S. residency or I do have U.S. citizenship. It is legal for me to vote, but she won't say that she won't acknowledge that it is illegal for someone to vote with a P.O. box and that she did not do that. She won't say that because that's exactly what she did, and that constitutes voter fraud. Listen to her carefully worded lies. I mean, this woman is doing both mental and physical acrobatics to try to get around the facts. The facts that I am showing every single time I do a show, explaining to the audience how she frauds, how she lies. And she has been doing videos after my shows, talking to her dwindling followers, telling them that she's going to sue.
Oh, yeah.
Did you remember how many people from Standing Rock did the same thing? I'm going to sue you. Who's your boss?
Yeah. And some people even started GoFraudMe accounts to raise all this money to have all these lawsuits against everybody. Nothing ever happened, because it's very expensive, and you actually have to have a good legal strategy, which people like Paloma don't. They just throw out the words like that. She likes to explain things away where, like, said, I showed my driver's license, which is all covered up. I showed my vehicle registration, which was all covered up. I showed my driver's license, which the expiration date was in the lower right-hand corner. I've proved that I was a resident of California in 2015. Voting was in 2016. What you doing about that? Oh, so what? I have a P.O. box. Oh, she admitted she has a P.O. box. The evidence that I put forward in my segment showed that she actually used the P.O. box for a voter residence to vote. Didn't matter if she had some other residence. She didn't have that address on the voter registration. That part is legal. And plus, she doesn't have a residence in California. She might just a couch surf here and there with people and that sort of thing. It doesn't make her a resident of California. Plus, you have to be a resident 14 days before the election. So you have to be living there 14 days until the election to actually have a residence. You just can't be coming in and out, drive from Tijuana 9 hours to go vote, and then go back home to your real home in Mexico.
Exactly. But she doesn't address those things because she doesn't want to address them.
Yeah, of course not.
She doesn't want to address them. And so she just kind of like, puts it aside. But what was fantastic about her last video was that she was reacting in real time to my latest show in which I was exposing how she is kind of unraveling and has to do damage control. And I wanted to share some choice clips from that video. At the end, by the way, guys, I'm going to share some extra content I didn't have on my show, which are some voicemails that she left for the people that she appeared on a show with, on a show that's going to be airing in September, I believe, on Dr. Phil. You listened to them, right, Duke?
Yes, I sure did. There's about 4 voicemails and stuff, and it's like it's some interesting content that we're going to show you because she talks about how nervous she is about this thing going on. In fact, she does not want this show to play. She does not want the Dr. Phil show to play, so she's trying her spin early. She wants to spin it that all this is a hit piece on Trump supporters. All the Dr. Phil thing, is that it's just going to make all the Trump supporters look bad. So this shouldn't go on. She talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer is trying to contact the producers of the Dr. Phil show to make sure the show does not go on. And she's going to probably sue him. So she's went on and on about, that she got real nervous and real scared. And we have that exclusive content for you because right now on her videos, she's like, now she's promoting, this show's going to be great. The show is something that's really important. Yes, I was on the show, but now she's going to spin it the other way, that this is actually a hit piece on Trump supporters.
Because she thinks it's a hit piece on her. And she writes in the text messages to Melinda, this was not a hit piece on me. Actually, it's going to make all of us look really bad. That's why we should cancel the whole thing. Do I have your permission to tell them I want to reshoot the show? I'll fly you all there and pay for all the expenses. She's just like,
yeah.
She is desperate and terrified. All at the same time, she's scared and she is desperate to stop it. But the best part, and I'm going to show you the clips in her video that also bear this out. The best part was watching that video of her afterwards, having her react to what was happening on my show in real time. Let me tell you, pendeja for Trump, that was a pendeja move. That was so pendeja of you to do, because you cannot control your rage, your anger, your reactions. And her self-soothing talk to herself just shows how she's projecting her fears about what people are thinking about her and what people are seeing play out in front of them, that she has lied and she has no explanation for. So we're going to go through some of these clips and talk about it. I don't know if you guys watched them, but we're going to watch them together, okay? Here is the first clip. She wants everyone to ignore my shows, so she won't mention me because she's a coward. She knows if people actually watch the shows, she's going to have a lot of splaining to do. And she doesn't have the explanations for why she did what she did, why she has voted with a P.O. box in California, why she was going up to Ivan Riebling looking for a photo from him when he is a criminal, a drug smuggler, a weapons trafficker, and he is currently being investigated by the FBI for supposedly working to arm or on some kind of plot to arm Antifa activists at the border. She has no explanation for why she was at this rally. By the way, did you notice, Duke? I didn't say it when I was watching the clip. I showed you that there was an American activist that went up and interviewed Riebling. And I showed you that she was giving interviews too. And that part of what the narrative is supposed to be in the media is that these media people from the left are trying to paint a picture of who the bad guys are, quote unquote, on the right in Mexico. And of course, Riebling is one of them, and Paloma is one of them. And there was a guy that was asking her questions in one of the clips. It was Manuel Ocaño. Manuel Ocaño is a reporter I have featured on my show before. And most recently, we saw him at the Caritas shelter when Oscar showed up for their little press conference thing with the Yes We Can bus and the actress Estefania Rebelón, right? And they tried to get rid of Oscar. They didn't want him there. They're like, you can't say anything negative about us. And finally, they said, you don't have permission to be here when he was inside the shelter.
Yeah.
The shelter manager, Leti Herrera, said to Oscar, you can't film in here. And he's like, there's a bunch of media people filming in here. She's like, exactly. That's why you are one too many and you got to go.
Yep.
You got to go. He was very polite. He didn't keep filming her. He kind of kept her off camera to the side. Ari Harnorovar was there, the author of the Teen Vogue article, working with Mark Lane and Bertie Gutierrez. And Manuel Ocaño was there. These figures are media allies of Pueblos Sin Fronteras, the smugglers. Most recently, Manuel Ocaño did a story about what's happening at the southern border. But of course, it is coming from the propaganda of the Pueblos Sin Fronteras smugglers. And Manuel Ocaño is another example of how this media frenzy circulates around certain figures, and Paloma is one of them. And either, as she says, she is a 11-year resident of Tijuana. This is her city, and she knows what's going on, and she's a Mexican and an American, so she knows what's going on, and she's going to explain it to the public, or she doesn't know a damn thing.
Yep.
And she doesn't know who any of these people are, and she can't identify any of them. You can't have it both ways. How am I, a reporter all the way up here in Minnesota, North Dakota, able to identify all these folks who have been hanging out? How is Oscar El Blue Ramirez able to do this? How are all of the people that are in that city able to identify who these folks are that she is friends with that are smugglers and criminals like Sonia Vargas, the cop biter, but Paloma can't, right?
Right.
And also, you know that she helped to get asylum expedited for Maria Mesa and her 5 kids.
Exactly.
The lady that photo opt running through the tear gas with her kids that Paloma was obsessed with filming, right?
Yep.
Well, Mark Lane he's done interviews criticizing Paloma for Trump, calling her names. Did she make a big stink about that guy on her page?
Nope, she
didn't. Did she go after him? Was there even a single meme that she made about this man?
Nope.
No. You know why? Because she don't care.
Yeah.
How about the fake fight she started with the Brown Berets at the recent rally that she was at as a counter-protester? The ICE rally. Mohammed El Nakib was there. Bertie Gutierrez was there. Remember I showed you the clips?
Oh, yeah.
Paloma got the memo. She was down there. She was there to square off against her opponent / friends that she's working with, in tandem with. And once again, she didn't want to press charges.
Nope.
She didn't press charges. Notice how she doesn't address that. Let's start going through these clips.
Which is her reaction to the show last night.
Mm-hmm. And let's see what she's saying and how she is really reacting. Feel free to ask questions in the super chat, folks. That's what we're here for, asking and answering questions.
About, I'm not going to promote an America hating, Trump hating,
It's not moving on the screen.
hating, nasty Democrat who has been so adamant on
It was slow.
passing on fake news about me. No, I did not vote fraudulently. No, I am not. What else did she accuse me? Oh, no, I am not involved with anybody on the left. What else did she say? No, I do not abuse.
So she sets up the fact that, she's just so tired of this nonsense of me talking about her, and it's so unimportant, yet here she is doing another video. Remember the day that she did like 9 hours worth of video?
Yeah, exactly.
Just working all day on it. Here's the second clip. Drugged or drunk? I agree with you.
You see Mr. Millionaire Playboy model, this Guggenheim Sinbad Amadea Rumney talking to
Look at her face.
Ivan Riebling. I'll translate. Oh yeah, he was giving lots of interviews.
So now she's out of stories, and
Somebody
now
that's interviewing is giving him a handkerchief.
she's out of stories. And I remember being
Now
at a
it's
protest
history.
in
Sinbad.
Tijuana, right? Let me turn it down because her voice is so nasty
No,
and
you
so
may not want to
annoying.
do that because
So,
you're going to miss the important parts.
I remember being at a
Without you.
protest sometime in November, and there were probably thousands of us.
She's
there.
trying to get in front of the
And,
story, right? She's like, oh, she's going to expose me. Let me get out in front of the story.
There's this guy called Ivan something. I don't even know how to pronounce
Can't
his last
English
name.
anymore. I can't say the word.
Everybody's taking pictures with him. He asked me to take a picture with me because I'm pretty well known in Tijuana, so I do.
I'm so
Somebody
popular.
publishes a photo, and now she's using him. Now she's
Her
using
size.
him. Here, hold this for
She's
me.
sighing hard.
Now she's using him somehow on a show related show. I'm gonna call it show. On a show related to me.
Let's look at her body language.
Oh yeah, I'm doing damage control. What exactly am I doing damage control on? What exactly am I being exposed about? You haven't told me, Tamalera, yet what exactly I'm exposed about. Because your accusations of me
pendeja.
being
It's coming.
a fraud for voting for President Trump are simply not true.
Right. So she's like, she's going to talk about the Ivan Riebling thing. Let me get out in front of it. So what? I was at a thing and I I took a picture with a guy. Big deal. Big deal. I took a picture with a guy.
Yeah, and little did she know what you were showing is videos of her lining up in a line to take a picture with him. And she said, "Oh, he just came up to me. I'm a pretty popular person, so he wanted to take a photo with me." And we played a shot of a man that did run up to her and take a photo with her, and that wasn't Riebling.
No.
And she said, "That's not Ivan Riebling," the person she doesn't know at all, doesn't even know about him or even how to pronounce his name. And then she goes on to say, at the same time, Cindy's about to show a clip from the video where she ran up, stood in line, and had like many people in front of her. In fact, when she took her picture with her, another guy stood with them. So she got her selfie with him, with another guy. And when she's seeing that on the screen, or she's waiting for it, she just wants to start talking. Got to talk over it, get ahead of the story, because she knows what actually happened.
But it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. Did you see how she lied right before the setup? Like, it was like I set her up and then knocked her down as she's watching and reacting to it. She's like, oh, guys, I took a picture. This guy walked up to me and he took a picture of me. Yeah, I was going to prove that you lied about that part. That's what I was setting you up for. And you fell right in your own lie.
Exactly.
She's like, I'm going to lie right now. Just to make sure everyone knows I'm a liar, I'm going to lie before she can say it. Anna says she went after Riebling to take a picture and says she's well known. She was on a lie after him. Exactly. But she didn't know that was happening next, right? So she was like, oh, I got to come up with an excuse right now.
Yeah, and Cindy tends to set up things before they're played, which, it's good for the audience to say, what you're about to see is this, this, and this, and this. And Paloma's like, play the tape. And then she starts talking and stuff, and then the tape starts playing, and she's like, then she'll talk louder, and she doesn't actually want to see the tape. And she had a lighter, sunglasses on, so you could see her eyeballs bulging and looking sideways and looking left and right. And her husband was sitting next to her, too, watching stuff as she was talking. So she had someone that she could warn her something's coming up, and she would just be, oh, well, no big deal. Oh, that's good. And she'd just spin away.
So here's the next clip, and we'll talk through it. We'll talk through it as she goes. Here we go.
He was happy to
So this guy at a protest in Tijuana with 3,000 other people happens to be there. He asked to take a picture with me. I lean over, take a picture. I have no idea who the hell this guy is. And now she's using him on a show against me because this woman is so damn desperate.
let me show you.
She's so damn desperate that she cannot find anything else. She cannot find anything else. Let's see what this ignorant, ratchet, very, very, very low-class Mexican says.
He's like, okay, let me shut up so I can listen to this person I don't want you to listen to.
Exactly.
Come on, move it on. I can't believe people sit there and watch this when she's so boring.
You're watching
This is why I
it.
disconnect. This is why people send me the videos and I'm sitting there and I go, oh look, she's showing my picture at the protest. Oh no. Oh, we took a picture together. Oh no, I took a picture with some guy at a protest. I don't even know whose name he is. She's so obsessed with me. But you know what? It's funny though because you're a total nobody. Like you ain't going anywhere. You ain't doing anything. You ain't gonna go anywhere, and you know it. And that's why you're going after me. But I'm not gonna let you keep distracting me. You're
literally letting me distract you right now.
Your education ain't going anywhere. You don't have a voice. You're not an activist. You're a Democrat.
This is her setting up her persona.
And then she falls
What
silent.
she is there for.
Oh, she's so jealous of
She
me.
can't decide.
Look at her face.
I can't decide.
This next clip.
Oh my God.
She's so
you
jealous
can see
of me.
clearly
She's
she
so
is trying
jealous
to
of me.
get the attention of the media.
Oh.
She is there to play a role, and part of her role involves making sure she gets her face and her words in front of a microphone. Here's the next clip.
Always. I love my face, honey. I always love my face. I'm sorry people don't like
She's holding up a
yours,
sign.
and I'm sorry you don't like the way that you look. Yes, I'm holding a sign and people are taking pictures. Oh
You
no!
hear this guy says? He walks up, he sets up the camera to take a selfie, and he asks her, that's not Ivan Riebling, Duke, is it?
No, that's some guy, some random guy, some Tijuana guy.
She said when she was asked
Listen to her. She's so lame.
about taking a picture with
don't
Ivan
listen to
Riebling
her.
at this event,
Listen to her.
that
Which is it?
she didn't know who he was, and it was some
I
he was a
didn't.
random stranger that came up to her and asked her to take a picture with him. This is the only man in that video that I could find.
Look at her face as she
that
realizes.
asked her
How
to take a
lame
picture
are
with
these
him.
people?
And that did
How
not look like
lame
Ivan
are these
Riebling at all.
people to
No,
go
it's
through
just
like a
all my
child.
videos and
Yeah.
research everywhere
Here's the
I've
next
been?
clip.
She's so bad.
Look at how
In
obsessed
this
this
clip, I'm going to
nasty
set this up.
double
She
chin
is
woman
talking
is with
to
me.
her husband, who is filming all of this, right?
Watch her lose her mind.
He's always
No.
around. Amy, yes, that Amy,
Oh my God.
walks up and says hello to her, and she calls her her friend. Hi,
Oh.
my friend. Right after that, in a very quiet voice,
In a very quiet voice.
her
Supposedly I did
husband
something.
tells her there's a media frenzy happening around Riebling. over
Oh
there."
my gosh.
And she goes, "Where?" And then he points at where it is off camera, and she looks in that
She's
direction
so
and says,
desperate. This woman is so desperate. She just made up an entire story.
Look for
Show us a
yourselves
video.
Where they go.
Show us a video.
And what they do.
Show us
I'll
a video. She has no video.
Oh, the video is coming, P. The video is coming, Paloma.
She's so desperate.
Show us the video. Show us the video. Show us the video.
Show us the video. Show us the
And
video.
then you're going to see how she reacts when the actual video of Ivan Riebling comes on. She loses her. Can I say bad words on the YouTube? No. She literally loses her beep. She goes, "Hey, I heard you're coming to Tijuana. Why don't you call me, huh?"
Yeah, really. I'll find you.
Yeah, she's already making her ratchet threats because this is what these, people really are. They show their true colors when you call them out. They're street thugs,
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get down. They make these they directly go to violence and ugliness because they cannot use their words.
Exactly.
An interesting thing about psychology is I was trying to be a psychology major a bit before I became a paralegal, but they teach you that language is so important to babies, but especially moving on in life into adulthood. Communication is so important. And when children cannot communicate, when they're still unable to talk, they throw tantrums.
Mm-hmm.
They freak out, they cry, they react with violence. They, throw things, and because they can't use their words, their communication is stunted, right? And as soon as they learn to talk, that anger, that violence decreases. For people that don't learn to communicate well as adults, you see that childish behavior perpetuated into adulthood. And that's what I'm seeing here with this woman. Sadly, she devolves into violent tirades whenever she cannot communicate or explain what she has done. Take a look at this next clip. Now she's going to put me on the screen. She was live streaming my show. This is blowing me away. I'm like, oh my God.
She's so gross. Oh, that's me. Yay. I love it.
Like a child.
Look, she's documenting everything I did that day. This is so cool.
Oh, now it's cool.
Yes, Cindy. People like you work for me. Oh my God, she's so jealous, guys. It's crazy. She's making an entire documentary of my day. I wonder what people
She's reading comments too.
what I really want to know
She's
is
reading comments.
if she voted without being a citizen.
And she gets really angry.
No, Sylvia Salazar, I'm a U.S. citizen. And a California resident a year prior
The
to the
truth
general
hurts.
election. So I was
The
perfectly
truth hurts, and
allowed,
people know
able,
that you
and
committed
legally,
voter fraud now and that you
able to
are a
vote.
fraud.
Her husband.
The questions
right
will
after
not
Amy shows up,
stop.
says hello to
Oh
her,
my God, look at what,
directing
this
Your
is
lies
her
will follow
news.
you.
to where the media
My
frenzy
life
happening
is her
with Ivan
news.
Riebling.
She's glued to it.
Yeah, I know. She's like, look, that's me. And then she stops and looks. Oh, I'm on the screen. In fact, you'll see that through that reaction video she did last night. Every time she was on the screen, she would stop talking and look at herself.
And you know what's really interesting is that when she is watching, she's like, guys, obviously her idea of playing a live stream while we were live streaming a story about her was to draw as much people to her page or maybe watch simultaneously somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And that way she could actually get ahead of the story, come up with some excuse to downplay what was being aired about her, exposed about her, and also go on these tirades while I'm telling people something important so that, kind of people are distracted. Look over here, But she can't control her need to find out what's happening. And she can't stop herself from reacting to what she sees.
Mm-hmm.
So even though she turns me down because she can't stand the sound of my voice, her ears are keenly and acutely tuned to the sound of my voice in the background, because the minute something interesting starts happening on the video, she turns around and she watches it. She just stares at it like she's hypnotized.
Mm-hmm.
And she stands there and waits, and she's like, no, I didn't.
Yep. Wasn't me. That's not true.
Check out this next clip. Oh, my God. These are so great.
When you claim something is like this woman. Paloma needs Dr. Phil to
More
do
comment
some-
reading.
Oh. No, I actually feel pretty good with my body. She has Kim Piner says, she has dual citizenship, but she did not have residency. I know, I actually did, Kim. I had residency a year prior to the general election in the state of California. Just so
Why don't you
know.
just drive by the
And
house
can
where you used to
verify
live
with
and
the
show it to
Department
people
of
or something?
State, the DMV, and whoever else you want. Sorry to disappoint you. Sorry that one didn't stick. Is Paloma a vegan? Why is she black? Oh, now they're attacking the way that I look because that's all they've got. It's funny that they're on here attacking the way I look, and yet
This woman attacks
this
people's
woman
looks all
is
the time.
really
And the minute
awful
that it's
looking.
dished back at her,
Yeah, we're gonna stick up for Tijuana. We're gonna
the
defend
minute
Tijuana.
it is dished back at her.
Okay.
Look. Yeah.
Now, just in case you wondered.
Oh,
this is the
everybody's
photo she
wondering.
Took, by the way.
She falls silent.
Here's her photo
Look at her.
that she took
Paying so
that day.
close attention.
Mm-hmm.
They're so
Ivan
funny.
Riebling.
Thank you.
On a show, which I am going to play next for you. called
She has. Oh my God, she
Show.
has taken so much time on me.
It's a radio show.
She has taken so much time on me.
She was
She had a
asked
right.
point
Here
blank
comes
about
old lady
this
Mary.
picture circulating
Here comes scorned
of her
ex-friend Mary.
with a criminal
She had the
that
right
is
to
connected
vote
to
only
the
if she
cartels
resides in the USA because she
that
has dual
been
citizenship.
caught smuggling
Not if
weapons
she
my
has no
God.
residence in the USA. She lives
has
in
a
Mexico,
violent
so therefore
history.
is not allowed
He's
to vote.
currently facing-
Well,
She is.
Mary,
She is.
just so you
for
know,
assaulting a
just
lawyer,
because I didn't want to move
and
in with
he's
you
in
doesn't
jail
mean I don't have a
for 30
residence
years.
or
The guy
residency
has
in
an
2015
criminal history.
in California.
And
Everyone
when she
knows
was
that
See,
you
when
do.
you
talking
wanted me
about
to
on
move
the
in with
scene
you
that
in
he showed, which I'm about
2018
to
and I
let
said
you
no,
listen
in
to,
2019 and I
Legally.
said
she
no,
says
that was 4 years
at
later.
first, she
So,
thinks
you're wrong.
it's
And
pictures
you should take care of those bags under
circulating
your
of
eyes
her
and your health and
Joey
everything else.
Bowell, a guy that she was having a thing with.
Oh, now is having a thing with when I'm friends with Jovi Bowell's wife.
Although I've heard
There's
a lot
pictures of her
different
kissing
rumors,
Jovi
so
Bowell.
but she mistakenly
desperate.
thinks it's about that.
They're literally pictures.
And
She's so
immediately
desperate.
wants to
Why does Paloma make it a
kibosh
mission
on the
to test down
conversation
other
and say,
patriots?
"You gotta pray
For
him,
this reason.
Pray for him," and then the person that's calling says, "What are you talking about?"
Play the tape.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
going to. Don't
finally
worry.
She asks,
I do play the tape.
Yeah.
"No, I'm talking about."
Now she's talking to the show.
the photo of you
This
and
boring show
Ivan
she can't stand.
Riebling."
She can't
Well,
talk.
I'm sorry. I'm not
And
as
she says,
familiar with
"Oh,
their names as
that
you
was
are.
just
Sorry.
Some random guy
Some random
came up
guy.
to me and asked me
Oh
for a
no!
photo.
Oh no! Prison.
Okay? I want to
10 to 15 years in prison.
in her own words, because she uses the words slander very liberally. No,
Like you.
pendeja. It's not slander if they're your own words.
I bet you when this pendeja comes
Look
to
how angry she gets.
to Tijuana, she wouldn't call me and say it in my face. Like she's so mad.
No, you're
She's
mad.
So mad. This
Listen to
pendeja
her
is so
say
mad.
that,
She's
and then
so mad.
listen to the
She's talking about
pregnant
herself.
pause when she's asked about Evan Duke.
Oh my
She
God.
lies
Who the hell's
about
Evan Duke?
Ivan Riebling when she is asked about Evan Duke, she doesn't say a word.
Who the hell is Evan Duke? Somebody tell me who Evan
It
Duke
seems
is,
like an
please.
eternity of time. She just sits there and goes, and then she goes, nope. It's almost like her brain is calculating.
My brain is calculating. Oh my God, this woman is so obsessed with me.
Is somebody gonna say, hey, if you're an expert and you were there and you saw all these people,
Expert? I'm a Tijuana resident, pendeja. Gorda celulitosa pendeja. Why does Paloma why does Paloma me so much? Because no, Mary. I was very specific with you, and I told you that my getting away from you had nothing to do with Melinda. Don't bring Melinda into this. I want nothing to do with you because you can't be trusted by young women like me. That's why.
By the way, thanks for those of you.
It has.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the minute that she says she hears me say that, you know what, when you accuse people, that you threaten to sue people all the time for slander because you don't like them exposing your own actions and your own words, you're stupid. It's dumb. You don't understand the law. You don't understand what you're even saying. Her next reaction, like her eyes get wide and her next reaction is like, why don't you call me when you come here?
Yeah,
I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't do it. She's so
Unhinged.
thuggish. Unhinged, thuggish.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the next clip. Check it out. Stunned into silence. Look at her face. She can't even talk.
Yeah. So we took a picture together at a rally. We took a picture together at a rally, and suddenly, oh my gosh, these people are so lame. Let me tell you something. This woman is so desperate. Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with her. Their whole show has been me. They're like, Paloma, you're a nobody. You're a nobody. I know, end of humanity. I know. I took a picture with some random dude.
No, a criminal, a smuggler,
was at the rally,
a weapons
and
trafficker.
They go research it, just like they went. They oh, you don't have any.
That's
dogs.
what we do
You
here,
don't have this. Guys.
We research.
You know,
we report. It's what we do.
Exactly.
Imagine that. She's so upset. First, she's like, guys, I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
I'm a coward. I don't want anybody to go and actually watch this stuff. I don't want anyone to see what I'm actually doing and look at the evidence for themselves and think for themselves and use their own brain. So don't go look at it. I'm not going to say her name. Then she starts live streaming my shows on her own page, right?
Hey,
oh my God!
Yeah, we got some people with the Superchat making contributions to our organization. To America at to you, $10.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. And Christine Haviland, $20.
25.
25. Boy, I can't read my phone right now. I'm just we're very blessed. Thank you so much for the support.
We love you,
And you're
Christina.
watching this,
We
yes.
love you. To America, one to you. And I have to tell you that here's what I noticed about and what I was trying to draw out of this woman, because she attacks other people, mostly conservatives. That's what her gig is. And when you see the outcomes, people are like, but she wears the MAGA hat and she wears the Paloma for Trump, gear. And she says she loves the president, but she helps the narrative of the left. And she takes away the free speech rights of conservatives. And she attacks people that are investigating the same things she is. And she attacks their platforms, calls them liars, takes away their ability to continue to do what they're doing, their work, without interference from her, because she is agent of chaos. That's what she does. And she doesn't want that to be exposed. She doesn't want people to know that that's how she operates. And the more I show you of all of the people that she's around, it's going to become clear to you. This didn't just happen coincidentally. And it's not because she knows everyone. And it's not because she knows her city better than anyone else. It's because they give her the intel. They let her know ahead of time. She knows where to be at the right time with all of the people that are involved in the smuggling. And she helps to hide what they're doing. She doesn't attack them. She doesn't sue them. She doesn't press charges on them. She doesn't out them. In fact, they show up at the same places at the same time and they're doing great. Jennifer, thank you. Mwah. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. Let's go to the next clip. If you have questions, Jennifer. If you have questions, Christina Haviland, to America for One to you, I'm here to answer your questions. Here we go. Play that clip.
Attacking with a deadly weapon the woman she was living with because they all hate each other. They all hate each other. They're full of just hate and they're full of hate and what do you call it? Like, you know, they all drink.
Set up fight at promo immigrant rally with brown berets who were also standing rogue. Amy was there.
There's her husband giving her the updates.
They're so lame. They're so lame. Now she's criticizing me for being at the Make America Great Again rally.
When for setting up a fight.
Were there too, and I live in Mexico.
Fight with the brown berets here.
Oh, I set up the fight. Now she's saying that I set up a fight with the brown berets, whatever. So let me just, I'm going to end it at this because I'm going to start school.
It goes on for another hour.
She doesn't end. Never ends. It just never ends.
And
she wasn't even halfway done with her video at this point.
As I told the other two women.
It's getting ugly. She knows she's
You're never
digging a bigger hole.
You're never going to get past the stupid little show and begging for donations.
BK for truth. I see you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're never going to get past where you are right now.
She's soothing herself.
What you are trying to
She's soothing herself.
Is you are trying to get me to stay at your level.
Fraud.
I have never.
I love this.
Another I will never be at your level.
$5 donation. Thank you very much.
In that miserable place that you are. Okay.
Projection.
And I know you want to try to use your facts. I mean, you look so lame pulling all this crazy you're out of stories. You know, you accused me of voting fraudulently in the state of California, which is absolutely untrue. And you can call the FBI and you can give them my email, palomafortrump@gmail. You can give them my number. I will send it to you.
Why don't you go turn yourself in?
I will share a picture. If you send me a message, I will send you my number and you can give it to the FBI. And you can give it to the Department of State.
Please call the FBI, everyone. Please call the FBI.
The best you've got is some rally and some stupid picture with some guy. Like, I have ties to that guy. No, we know you're a leftist. We know you're a Mexican who hates America. We know you're out there begging for donations, even though you hate America, you hate Trump supporters, you hate white people, you hate yourself more than anything. It's not really that.
No, she's getting a new report.
Oh, okay.
Look at her.
It's not really that you hate.
She's getting a new report from her husband. Look,
it's that you hate yourself. And
Anna Rodriguez, thank you.
I come off as a very strong, self-confident woman.
Thank you, Anna.
And my hair made.
No, you're not self-confident. You're not. You're projecting. And if you think that adult people watching you do not see right through that, your projection, you won't even show your husband's face. You won't even admit. You know what I just saw today, Duke?
What's that?
This woman went on Telemundo, I think, posing as a single woman, I believe with Jovi Val, posing as a single woman, promoting a dating app.
Really?
Trump for something, a conservative dating app that had the Trump name in it. and she's a married woman, right? So this is all an act on her part. Not to mention the fact that dating app It was a scam. It ended up collecting people's information, and it put all these people's information at risk.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
because they stole all the
Oh,
identifying
it was breached.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Wow, that's amazing. You know,
And she has the audacity to say, "I hate white people." Duke,
Yeah.
your words on that.
look at how white I am. I'm from North Dakota. You know, and what's funny too is that she encouraged everybody to call the FBI and the Department of Justice or who you really call is the Secretary of State of California.
Yeah.
They have an investigative division. There's a form you can fill out and start the process of them doing an investigation. That's where it starts because the voter laws are actually state laws and federal laws mixed together.
Exactly.
And they start with the state. So she's trying to steer people off. Call people that don't have anything to do with this sort of thing. Go ahead, call them. Give them my number. It's like, I don't have your number. Give them my email. And she gets her email out there and stuff. It's like they're going to contact her and have some sort of dialogue with her because they're the wrong people to actually call.
Exactly. Guys, folks, let me tell you that she gives you half-truths and she sends you in the wrong direction. In a situation like this, what has to happen is that somebody needs to request an investigation so that the investigation can go forward at the Secretary of State, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Secretary of State. But here's the thing. We've already exposed that she is a fraud. People know that she is a fraud. She's very flummoxed by the fact that she has been talking about conservatives like Trump and like Laura Loomer. But the other day, an article that featured my investigation of the Antifa leadership that were in Portland by the author Tori, who is friends with Laura Loomer and publishes on her page, not on her Facebook page, was posted on her website. It drove her nuts.
Yeah.
It made her crazy. She went. She was so enraged by the fact that all of her rhetoric about my past, about who I've been, about what I've said in the past, that I have already told the public for years, for months. I'm always evolving and telling people what's going on in my thought process as I learn and expose things to my audience. But she can't stand it.
No.
It drives her nuts. And the funny thing is her husband, because she decided she's not going to listen right now, her husband has to keep coming and giving her updates and telling her what's going on.
It's like,
It was a
yeah.
mistake.
They have a video of you with the Brown Berets and said you started the fight. And she's like, what? Oh, I was at this other rally. What? And she's like, oh,
No,
my
he's
God.
telling her what to say, too. Did you notice that? He's
yeah.
like, oh, Melinda and Amy were there. Yeah, but they don't live in Tijuana. You made a special trip to go and hang out at this event where all of these activists from the left that have been in your city that you have never exposed were to do what? To pick a fight with the Brown Berets. We saw them all here at Standing Rock. You went out there to stage a fight that makes you look like some kind of victim, like some kind of hero, Trump supporter. And then you didn't file charges on those people.
Yeah.
Just like you didn't expose Mark Lane, you didn't complain. You've helped the left more than you've done anything else. You've attacked people on the right more than you've done anything else. And you still want people to believe you? I mean, there are some people that are in her entourage with whom I'm sure, for whatever reasons, they can't part ways from each other. I'm guessing that's the case with her husband, too, since she has posted videos of him committing fraud online. But I'm not going to share those with you tonight because that's going to require me to translate. And we will get to them in the future, though. Just
to clarify on one of the comments that said, we were saying the Brown Berets were at Standing Rock, not Paloma. Paloma wasn't at Standing Rock.
No.
The Brown Berets.
The Brown Berets were at Standing Rock, and the Brown Berets, like AIM, the American Indian Movement, they pride themselves on being security. They're like a gang. They're like gangs, right? They're like a self-styled gang that goes and provides security for different events. What have we seen come out of that? Violent clashes with police and the National Guard at Standing Rock and BIA. We saw the Nathan Phillips hoax with AIM at that Indigenous Peoples March, now called the Indigenous Peoples Movement. We have seen these particular folks employed for tasks that have to do with spectacle. And that's all that happened, because there was no charges that came out of that for either side. They just created a spectacle to raise their profile. Check out this next clip. Now it's getting dark in her car because she's been live streaming so long.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Wasted 15 minutes of my life watching that, and only because people notified me. But honestly, let me tell you something. It's so boring. I don't understand how somebody can sit there and watch such an ugly woman.
She was glued to it.
About so stupid, and her stupid investigative reporting was, she's so lame, so fat, and I'm sorry, but you know what? People are going to start calling me out for the way I look. Well, you know what? Let me tell you, especially her. Because she's promoting that rhetoric against me. Well, I'm going to call you out. I mean, come on. It's not that hard to see what you look like. It's not that hard to see how, what you weigh. And I don't talk about people's weights. I don't care about, I don't care about what people look like. This is your
only fodder. You have nothing else. You are literally just a troll with glasses. You have nothing else up your sleeve. I have been reporting on frauds like you for 3 years. Mm-hmm. That's all I have been doing. I have been made fun of, had hate pages, anything you've thrown at me, I've had done to me 10-fold, 100-fold. And from people with more smarts and obviously more skills and even more troll followers than her. But frankly, she sits there with a straight face and tells you, I don't know, after she's been watching my show for an hour and doing live streams and watching all of my shows and constantly, sometimes into the wee hours of the night, making videos, responding to things and trying to explain away why her followers should just not believe me. And she tells you, it's just boring. She doesn't understand how people can watch it while she's watching it, while she's commenting on it. It's so funny to me. Okay, next one.
I'm sure, but the reason why they keep going is because they don't see me upset. If they saw me upset, they'd be satisfied. The reason why they're not satisfied is because they don't see me upset. They don't see me yelling. I will never do that. Let me tell you something, Tamalera. Sirvienta de Quinta. I've already been there, okay? I remember being in a place where I felt like it was a big deal, and then I realized how insignificant it was. You are even more insignificant. I mean, you are more insignificant than come on, the other two women combined at least had like 20,000 followers. You have like 4. Your only topic is me. You're obsessed with me. People can see it. It seems, you were better dressed at least the last few times. Today, you really, really, really look like you just got done making tamales. You really do. And it bothers you that I say it, but come on, if you're going to keep attacking me, I'm going to speak the truth. I try to be respectful, whatever, but if you're going to keep trying to attack me, I'm going to call you out for what you look like, for what you are, whatever. And I think I have every right to do that. But you know what? In the end, it's like, no matter what you do, your attacks are literally this small. Like, they're this small. Because unless you have the FBI knocking on my door, which you never will, because none of your accusations are true, then I'm not concerned about anything. What are you gonna accuse me of taking a picture with some dude in Tijuana who 5 minutes before I took the picture with him. I had never seen him in my life. I saw him walking around taking pictures of people. That day, I had no idea who he was other than he was there fighting for Tijuana. You know what?
But supposedly this day, on the day you're making this video, you did know who he was because according to the radio interview I played on my show, you told the caller you didn't know who he was. And then the caller told you he's a criminal with a large rap sheet. And then the response was, oh, I know that. I just read up on him in the last few days.
Yep.
But as I'm doing the show, exposing that she's a fangirl of Ivan Riebling, she waited in line to ask him for a picture and not the other way around, like she tried to make you believe. She's like, I didn't know who he was, and he asked me for a picture.
Yeah.
She lied in the video that she's talking about right now. She lied before the evidence came out, and then at the end of her video, she lies again like nobody knows that she was caught on tape. That she was caught on tape fangirling a criminal, a smuggler, a weapons trafficker, somebody investigated by the FBI for working with Antifa, and you haven't explained it away. You haven't explained it away. When I found out, and as I found out who was involved with the scam that took place for over a year in North Dakota, I called them out by name. I exposed them one by one. I burned any relationship that I had previously had to any of those people to the ground. She won't, because she doesn't care to attack them. The only people she cares to attack are conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she has shown. And it was very telling that she says, unless you're going to have the FBI knocking at my door, I'm not worried. What do you think that means, Duke? I think she's worried. I think
It means
she's
that
worried.
they'll be knocking on her door in her residence in California. They'll be knocking on a PO
That's
box.
why she doesn't come over here announced. That's why she doesn't want to tell people, and that's why she only comes over infrequently into the United States, because recently, every time she comes into the United States, guess what happens? She gets served.
Yep.
She's coming to court. She's fighting with 1 million people all at once, and as I am exposing her, she is still trash talking all of these people as hard as she can. Take a listen to this next clip. Nightfall.
I have name recognition everywhere I go. Come on, who's Laura Loomer? Everybody knows Laura Loomer, right? And she doesn't have Facebook, and she doesn't have Twitter, and she doesn't have Instagram. And the Brazilian did all kinds of rituals on her to destroy her because she spent the night with Jovi. But they didn't do anything. They were just friends. Like, seriously, you set out to destroy her because she spent the night with Jovi? Really? Like, come on. Because she's not with Jovi, but she spent the night at Jovi's place, or her at Jovi's place, or whatever. I don't know.
Did you notice that, guys?
You are, there's no help for you, no matter what. Like, you're gonna keep going, and yeah, I will make.
Did you notice her jab at Laura Loomer, guys?
Yeah.
Did you notice that? She's like, I am very important and have name recognition. She is really mad. Yeah. She is very angry and jealous that I was recognized in an article recently posted on Laura Loomer as she tries to make herself relevant and adjacent to figures like Loomer and Trump while being a fraud. While being a complete and utter fraud. And it is so angering to her that I'm getting thanked and recognized by people that post on her page, like Tori, that what her comeback is to attack that conservative writer on her page, and then to take a jab at Laura Loomer. Mm-hmm. How low can she go?
Yep.
How low can she go?
Yep.
How low can she go? She's like, I have name recognition. Everyone knows who Paloma for Trump is. Laura Loomer doesn't even have Twitter.
Well, Laura Loomer's Facebook got taken down, so she's been struggling with the social media because she has been taken down. But Paloma's like, she's been taken down too, but now she's
celebrating the fact that Laura Loomer's social media was taken away. Do you see what a hypocrite she is?
Mm-hmm.
She has had other conservatives' social media pages shut down after she tried to jump on the gravy train of victimhood along with Laura Loomer, saying that conservatives are being attacked.
Exactly.
And I'm one of them, and I'm being attacked. Let me destroy somebody's platform. Let me take away somebody's freedom of speech rights. Oh, and now let me take a jab at Laura Loomer because she's nobody and she doesn't even have social media. What?
Yep.
Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Denise. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Yes, Laura Loomer is aware of her being a fraud. You are right, Anna. That is correct. She is aware. Believe me. But it doesn't stop her from unraveling. It doesn't stop. She doesn't care that she's attacking important voices, figures in conservative media, like Tori says of Red State Radio, that has a nationally syndicated show and does have real name recognition and is a boss at investigating traffickers, criminals, who I've been collaborating with for months. Thank you, Rain. Keep up the great work. Patriots appreciate you. Thank you. And I have been collaborating and working with them divinely. It has been an honor. It has been a pleasure. It has been humbling. After I began exposing all of these people, all of these conservative Antifa-connected criminals, none of which the left media and the mainstream media wanted to expose. They didn't want to do it. They slammed the door in my face. Every contact, every organizer, every ask that I had the door slammed in my face. It was conservatives and people in the media that are really committed to exposing frauds and protecting their country. That helped.
Yeah.
And I have been working with them for a long time now. Tori is just one of them. Paloma is not happy to the degree that she has to attack Laura now. Because you know what? If she doesn't get the acknowledgement, if she doesn't get the outcome that she desires, you know what? I'll take them on too. I'm going to take on that. I'm going to sue Dr. Phil. Next thing you know, she'll be suing President Trump.
Yeah, there you go. He's going to sue Trump.
When he doesn't acknowledge him, she's going to be like, I'm going to sue the president. That's what these frauds do.
Yep.
Check out this next clip. Let's look at it.
They keep validating your stuff with what you call facts.
God, she's live now.
I cannot
She's
believe
so
you went and
desperate.
researched all those videos. That's awesome. Who gave that to you? Like, I'm gonna go take it from your video just so you know. 'Cause
now
I
you-
didn't have that
now
video,
you're
so I
thanking me
love
for
it.
my
Thank you
video.
that those are like literally historic moments for me, because those moments right there that you have on your show, those are the moments that finally gave me a voice that, that I had been like fighting for forever, like, not forever, but a few years. And that protest right there, I remember having, 50, 60 media people literally coming up to me. And
so popular.
that finally, they featured me all over, Mexican news and American news. So that's a really cool memory for me. And that's what
Yes.
got me pretty well known and everything, and built my following so quick, a following you will never have. I mean, you're at 4,000 followers, 5,000
She's so-
followers. I mean, where do you really see yourself getting to like 50,000 followers one day? What do you see yourself doing?
Exposing
do you
the
see
truth.
yourself living off donations that Oscar tries?
I see myself doing what I have been doing for the last several years, exposing liars, frauds, cheaters with evidence. I don't attack people's children.
Yeah.
I don't attack disabled people. I don't go and do this dance, this song and dance show at the border in front of migrants and then laugh about assaulting a migrant child and making him pee his pants. That's Paloma. I do research. I do investigations. I do interviews. And then I present that information in a cogent, logical way. I cite my sources. I show my math. I let my shows run, despite what people have told me. Shorten it up, Cindy. Just get to the point. Just say what you're going to say. Don't show them all of the evidence. No, I am going to show you all of the evidence because people like her will deny the truth. They will deny the truth even when it's right in front of them. They will keep denying the truth. And when the truth and the amount of it becomes overwhelming, they'll start making death threats. They'll start making threats of violence, as she has. And you know what? They will also start talking about how what I am doing puts people's lives at risk, because what I am doing is cyberbullying. She projects that investigative reporting that exposes frauds like her is the thing she's doing to other people, the thing she is a master of, bullying, cyberbullying. And then they'll start talking about, remember when we actually thought Ed Higgins was going to kill himself, or when we thought Jesse Sandoval was going to walk into the ocean and commit suicide?
Yeah, they say
they'll
things.
start talking about that. Remember Myron Dewey was like, some people get depressed and they commit suicide because of the reports of people like this woman. I'm like, whoa, are you saying that my shows are going to kill people? Because I'm not trying to put people's lives at risk. Oh, I love you, Brad. Oh, Brad, I love you so much. Thank you for that $50 donations. Now, this is one of the veteran followers of my show. Love your show, he says. When will your book be published? When can I purchase my autographed copy? Brad, I am still working on that book. It's going to take a while because, and this is true, I have been pairing up to work on grants and papers, scientific investigations with a professor that I've been talking about on my shows, who is an expert in human trafficking and organized crime. Her name is Guadalupe Correa Cabrera. She is a professor at George Mason University. In fact, the first time that I met up with Amy and Melinda was because they helped to put some information together for our presentation at the ABS conference, and they were invited by the professor to attend. So, in my interest, because I truly hope that my work is being used by the authorities. I know Evan Duke says that the reason the FBI is investigating all of these people, him included, is because of me and all my power. And I would love that to be true. I know that people send my reports and my investigations and my receipts to people in the government. I have too. I have never said that because they accused me of being the one that sent this to the FBI. In the past, during Standing Rock, yes, I made calls to the FBI. Have I sent my reports to law enforcement in the United States? Yes. Have I sent my reports to law enforcement in Mexico? Yes. Have I asked that my reports and my shows be sent to Border Patrol? Yes. Have I had my reports sent to intelligence communities and protectors within law enforcement in Mexico? Also. Have I collaborated with reporters in the United States and in Mexico who are trying to protect the sovereignty of their countries? Also true. Also true. All of it is true. But honestly, I would really love it if the work that I am doing not only is published by scientists, study, etc., published for people to use in the future to protect our country from future attacks on our sovereignty, future attacks with these activists that are using migration and migrants as an act of terrorism. I would like for that to be studied by our State Department, by the Department of Homeland Security. So I am collaborating with these folks right now to do that, which is put the book on the back burner for the minute. But if and when we get funded, I'm praying when we get funded, I would hope that, I won't have to be doing all of the heavy lifting, and then we will be able to get back to the story of how I got where I am today. Because I feel like I need to tell that story. I feel like I need to share that story of how my thinking evolved, how I am exposing the left from within because I learned from them. And I thought I was immune to the propaganda and to the manipulation. I was not. And if I was not, then I need to sound the alert for the rest of America. I need to do it. So, folks, check out this next clip. Look at how she is literally losing it. Losing it.
It's funny because they play you without whatever. You know what? I'll just let you watch it. She's totally scripted.
All of your text messages with Melinda.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Oh, you look glad.
I was very
Look how
nice to
happy she
Melinda,
is.
so I'm sure I'm so glad they're sharing all the messages. I was very, very nice with Melinda. Too bad she couldn't hold her legal obligation of respecting me. And again, I'm not going to waste my time on her because she's just not worth it. Who is La Tamalera?
I thought you were glad.
Well, if you don't know her yet, you know what? We're not going to promote her on here because, again,
You're literally.
she's never going to go anywhere.
promoting
She's
my
going to keep
show.
looking for whatever, two stories she's got on me because my grandparents beat up her grandparents 500,000 million years ago, and she's just upset at life. She's angry at life.
Live. It's pronounced life. Life. Okay? Let me just tell you something. The jig is up. Stick a fork in her. She is done.
Mm-hmm.
People can now see the bigger picture. Ana Rodriguez says, Natasha is a Black Lives Matter member, married to the neo-Nazi Jovi Val, who united with Paloma. We know Jovi Val is the same kind of spectacle that Paloma is, right? He goes and gets into fights with people because he's wearing his MAGA hat, and it has to be on film, right? They get lots of media off of it. Everybody gets to know about it, but you don't file charges, right? You just want it to go viral. It's all for the following. It's all to make a name and to control the narrative. And what did they do with that power? They infiltrated, joined up with Paloma, attacks patriots, attacks conservatives. It's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
It's what she does. Check out this next clip. Oh, by the way, it's funny to me that she's sitting outside in her car, refusing to watch this video that's so boring, but her husband has to keep coming and giving her
Telling her what's going on. Yeah.
updates, and her reaction each time is less and less controlled. She's like, "What? What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm happy. I'm glad. Then she goes on. I just showed you a little clip of it because she keeps going on. She's like, "Good. I guess I'll have to sue them too.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm gonna have to sue everybody."
Mm-hmm.
She could come up with. And you don't look calm. So finally, she's going to have to shut it off, right? She's like talking to herself inside of her head. She's soothing herself, going, I just said that I don't want to look mad and I don't want to look unhinged. And I'm doing that, even though I'm not watching it anymore. I thought that I would stop looking crazy and unhinged and angry if I stopped reacting in live, in real time to this video, but it's not working. So I'm just going to have to shut up and stop talking, even though that's super hard for me to do. Check out the next clip. Here we go.
I mean, think of how small you are. You're this small. My videos have gotten millions of views. Millions of views. Why do you think Dr. Phil was so excited about me? Because I'm a big name in the movement.
The guy you're gonna.
I actually have a name. So why not attack Paloma for Trump? You know, why not take down a big leader?
Right.
But guess what? The stuff that was said about me on the show is not true. And it's all on tape. It's all on tape. I asked them to play the tape, but they didn't want to. But I guess I'm going to have to.
So she's going to expose the truth about what happened.
It's all on tape.
On Dr. Phil.
I don't have.
So she's going to expose the truth about what really happened on Dr. Phil. Okay. Wow.
The unedited, uncut version.
So she knows they've got something on her that's going to be not favorable to her image. And she signed all these contracts. Mm-hmm. She signed all these contracts she cannot get out of. So all she can do is discourage people from watching. I'm definitely going to watch that show. I might even host a watch party. Are you?
I know it comes on the regular television, and the new season starts September 9th, which is a Monday. I don't know if her show is going to be on the first episode of the 18th season of Dr. Phil.
Well, I'm going to I'm going to become an avid watcher just so I don't miss it.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that one. It's going to be good. Okay. Listen as she tries to close her mouth down and stop talking and stop incriminating herself.
Exactly.
Here are some of the last tidbits.
More than one. But you know what? It's, yeah. You're not going anywhere. And
she's talking to me.
And eventually you fade. And the reason why I keep getting challenged with more and more is because I can take on the challenge. I mean, think about it.
It's not because you attack a lot of people and everyone hates you now.
And then
I see.
And then it was Stupid Anthony recently with his large following that he built on making fake videos at the border, stuff that wasn't even going on, and working with somebody in Mexico that told them where the you there in the middle of the night. And okay, so first it started with those two.
I love that comment. I'm dying right now.
Combined total of people.
I wish I had some Fruit Loops.
90,000 followers. Okay, that didn't go anywhere. Now you, and so it's like, what's next? Let's get a big one. Bring it.
Bring it.
People will see right through me.
And they will see right through you.
People will see right through me. It's like,
Freudian
I
slip.
think they are,
Yeah, she's like, go ahead. I don't care. You know why everyone and their uncle is attacking me? Because I am so gigantic and powerful. And of course, they want to go after the most gigantic and powerful person. Remember when that was the excuse of Jordan Sheridan of the Young Turks when he was accused of raping his co-worker?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, she's lying about that. They're coming after me. They're attacking me because I'm such an important figure in the media.
Exactly.
I expose so much and I'm so powerful. That's why a 21-year-old correspondent that I got drunk and gang raped in a hot tub
on her birthday
is accusing me of rape.
Yeah.
Do you really believe your own narcissistic delusion that you are the end-all be-all? You're an embarrassment to Trump and the conservative movement. That's all she has done is attack it, berate it, and make it look bad. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that the last clip?
No, there's two more.
Okay, two more.
So.
She's like, I have the tapes, and I'm going to sue Dr. Phil.
Long one, yeah.
Okay, check that.
Called Dr. Phil episode
Oh, here she goes.
on Paloma for Trump.
Okay, here she goes with the Dr. Phil.
I've requested the tapes where I supposedly admit to
comes the
asking
tapes.
people to troll Amy and Melinda. I've requested them. No response from their legal department yet. I have the emails. I will post screenshots of the emails. I also I also requested. I've also called them. No response, but I have the emails. I've contacted Miss Teal at CBS because I would like a copy of the tape where they claim that I admitted, because that's what they're going to use to make me look like a liar. Whatever. So yeah, bring it on. Bring it, because from what I got from them,
Lone Star Liberty, she's admitted
It was
she's
really
never
awful stuff
voted
about-
before
there was
she
like
committed
really
voter
awful
fraud
stuff,
in the Trump
really awful
election.
stuff about those
She's
ladies,
admitted
you know?
that.
Just so you know.
She said it
So, that's
herself.
what you
I've
see
never
happens.
voted. I don't care about politics.
And
I've voted ever since
again,
I was
no
18
response. So
because I care
the Dr. Phil show
about
hasn't
voting
aired.
because it matters
It's
to me.
aired, I don't know when.
Because
really
I want to be
don't
part of
have
our
no idea.
democracy.
Again, no response from them.
Because I feel it is a
I was
responsibility, and
called
because
in-
my father would
well,
kick
actually,
my
I was
butt
asked
if
very
I didn't.
kindly by Melinda to go on the show with her and Amy and discuss social media bullying, cyberbullying. And she said, I think Dr. Phil could really help us come to an understanding and hopefully make amends, and Melinda and I had already signed an agreement, whatever, at court. And
Whatever.
We were fine or whatever. We were actually communicating on
The 12
Messenger.
Faces of Eve.
So
Yes.
she's the one that asked me, and she gave me the producer's number and whatever, and I said, yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
she asked you.
And so I talked to the producer, and he was like, you want to come on the show? You guys really need to talk about this and understand why this happened, whatever. So I ended up coming on the show, and it's like they told them that I was ready to fight them and all this stuff and throw down. And guys,
Well,
I
that
never
didn't
said
look
that.
crazy or
I
unhinged.
have all the communication. I would never go on national television to do all that, Yeah, it was like, you know what? Paloma's ready to fight both of you, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are you joking? Like, I would come on to
You
a
threatened
national
in
TV
this
show
video alone
and,
that I should
and
call
make,
you so we could take
make
care
a
of
fool
things when I
of the
get into your
Republican
town.
Party or the Trump
You are the
supporters.
epitome
You know
of
what?
a
I think
brawler and a
social
thug.
media bullying, cyberbullying, is a very important topic that I'm a strong ass woman, but let me tell you something. Some
And a
people are
bully.
not. And some people commit suicide over this type of stuff.
There it
okay?
is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
I will get off
is.
this video and go play with my dogs and go running and eat really well, and I get
I'll
over
be
it and I
fine.
sleep and I feel great. But some people won't. Some people will go in the room, cry, and kill themselves. And
Wow.
Wow.
it's it's
Some people will
it's really
die.
dangerous, and
It's very dangerous. But she does it every day
who knows?
to other
I mean,
people.
Who knows how many lives you can change by coming on the show and explaining,
Why you
how
cyberbully
deal with
people.
this. I mean, attacking us was not how you teach other people not to do it, But whatever, it was supposed to be, again, a social media bullying, cyberbullying, in a very,
You will never
from
quit
what I
bullying
understood,
people.
in a cordial way. Obviously, exposing each other's side of the
It's
story,
in your nature.
whatever.
You don't seem to want
I
to
showed
change.
some videos to the production, not to. I didn't know they were going to play them. I showed them so they would get an understanding of what
She just
we've
doubles
been through.
down
And when they asked
on
me
her
for
anger.
one of my videos that I do not own and you do not have the permission to use,
Uh-oh.
I
Dr.
said,
Phil, you don't have the
no, I
permission.
don't have it, because I don't, first of all. It was deleted from my
Watch
from
out,
my
Dr.
social media
Phil.
months ago. And my page was unpublished, so I don't own those videos anymore. Only the people that actually kept them own them. I no longer own them. And
But you
yeah,
put them on
so,
social media, so
you
they're
know,
in
they've
public
been warned
domain.
about that too.
Pendeja.
So I never thought they would be playing their videos on
Anybody
on
could have
national
downloaded
television
those
where,
videos.
Melinda acts like a mad woman, and Amy too. Like,
Anybody
that's
could have
really
downloaded
embarrassing
those
for
videos.
them, for all of us, So
You mean for you.
Anyway,
It's embarrassing
let's wait
for
to see
you.
where that goes.
You're an
and-
embarrassment.
And just wait.
The
to see
show
what
is
they
gonna
do
be
with it,
embarrassing.
Maybe I'm judging them too soon. Maybe I'm not. I don't think that I am because I saw what I already saw. It's not my first time being on TV. It's not my first time seeing editing. It's not my first time filming live and doing all kinds of things. So I obviously see where it's going. I'm the villain, and because I have the name Paloma for Trump, and and then they
They're
turned
gonna
out to
make
be
her
the
into a
crazy
villain
ones.
because
But at
she's
the end,
Paloma
they're
for
also Trump
Trump.
supporters. So we're all crazy. We're all evil, crazy Trump supporters, and they've been really using the show to try to attack me and threaten me that I'm going to be ruined. They actually contacted the organizations that I work with and told them that I was on a very trashy show. Well, sorry, they're calling your show a very trashy show, Dr. Phil. Sorry, they're calling your show a very trashy show.
Now she's attacking Dr. Phil's show.
Yeah.
It sucks that daytime television has to stoop down so low for people to call you.
Somebody
that,
get her a lamp.
I didn't call you that.
A candle.
They actually contacted my
A lighter,
organizations,
something.
bombarded again, my
She's literally
organization,
sitting in her car
telling them
ranting in the
that I
dark.
was on a
In the
very
dark.
trashy show. With that, it was just awful what they said about the show, about me, about all of it. So anyway, I gotta run. I gotta
get out of here.
because now we started. It was daylight here. Now it's dark. But it's sad what this woman is.
Yeah,
going.
go feed your dogs. What
Yeah,
are you
the
doing
dogs are
about that?
starving.
Go take care of that. Like, she'll sit on a live stream for 4 hours and tell people, I have dogs and I take care of my dogs. And for 4 hours, who's doing it?
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like you spend a lot more time talking about all of the things you do for the dogs than actually doing the thing for the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Okay, finally, this is our last clip, and then I'm going to play you some of her terrified voice messages about the Dr. Phil show. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
In Mexico, we have no laws against. In Mexico, we have no laws against recording people. I happen to live in Mexico. All my conversations were in Mexico, and we have no laws against it. And they actually came to Mexico to see me. So it all falls under Mexican. I don't know if they can be admitted in court or whatever, but
They can be played on
but
a
I
TV
definitely
show.
don't fall into anything whenever I record things because I'm actually in Mexico and we don't have laws against it. So just so you know. And
She recorded Dr. Phil's staff secretly.
That's what's going on.
I've got, the people from Dr. Phil's show came to my place, came to talk to me in Mexico, and I recorded them secretly. Just so you know, I got stuff on you too. Just so you know. You going to have that show? You going to do that show with me in it? Careful. You don't have permission to use those videos that somebody sent to you that were taken off of my page that are no longer there because I took them down and they weren't originally my videos. So that means I don't own them. So that means you can't play them. So watch out. Watch out, Dr. Phil. You might not want to play that show. And she just keeps going and going and going with this delusion. The last threat there was that she videotaped the Dr. Phil staff in Mexico where there are no rules about her informing the other parties that they are being filmed and making a veiled threat.
Yep.
So, gotta go now. It's dark.
It's dark.
I gotta go.
Yep.
Okay, so let's listen to some of these calls she made because she's desperate to get them to cancel the show. And she knows she can't do it on her own. She knows that if she tries to do it on her own with all of her stupid threats like she made on this video, that Dr. Phil is just going to laugh at her and that they're probably going to be more inclined to show how unhinged she is in the show. So instead, she tries to butter up Melinda because she has been nothing but nonstop evil to Amy. So she's not even going to try to go there. You're like, I burnt that bridge to the ground. So let me see if I can get into Melinda's heart, this Christian woman, see if I could touch her heart and be like, hey, we shouldn't have done the show.
Yeah.
But what she ends up doing is trying to intimidate and fearmonger Melinda and Amy through Melinda by telling them, this is really going to end up hurting you. As I showed you in her text messages, she made it appear to these women that it's really in their best interest to cancel the show because they're the ones that are going to look bad. If anything, if this show does air, it's just going to get more recognitions and millions of views for Paloma and her brand. And it's going to be good publicity for her. Let's listen to these voicemails. Here's the first one. Listen.
One moment.
Hey, Melinda, I do not have a lot of time to type, but the show is going to make, forget about us, forget about me, you, or Amy. It's going to make all Trump supporters look really, really awful. I think the only way that we can try to do some damage control, as far as the way they're going to portray us is by, coming together. It's going to be the only way. There's going to be no other way, because, they really made all of us look horrible. And that was their intent. Their intent was not to help you or me or Amy. It was to make Trump look like he has a bunch of bullies and a bunch of really awful people supporting him. And
it's about Trump now.
It's really unfair.
Wow.
Oh, this is all good. Please help Trump out.
Yeah.
If you're a real Trump supporter, Melinda and Amy, you'll help cancel this show that exposes a fraud in the conservative movement. A person that is a hanger-on that showed up to hurt other people, continues to hurt other people. The audacity of this woman who has literally spent the better part of a year attacking these two women and their kids and their families and anybody that they can, to then try to convince them not to let this show air in which she is exposed. Let's listen to our next clip here.
Yeah, I'm going to wait a second. We
that's
suddenly, when I played that clip, it slowed our stream down. And I'm going to try a different method of actually playing it instead of having a program play it. So
Well, I was going to say I could try to play it on my end.
No, I've got it right now. I'm going to try something different. So just hold on. I'll
We're
put you on
trying
camera.
something completely
now for
different.
something completely different. And I don't know how it's going to go. Let's see.
Well, we'll find out.
Try
Number
that.
2.
So definitely talk to Amy. I think this is bigger than our conflict. I really do, because I think this directly involves Trump, and I don't think it's fair to Trump, that we do this. He's out there fighting for us. He's out there really, doing all he can.
How did this turn into something about Trump?
Making him look even worse in front of millions of people, and that was not the intent of all of this, And they had it all planned out. I think they used you guys, obviously. They used me, obviously, but their target was Trump, and I could just imagine what the show is going to look like. In fact, I've already contacted an attorney this morning, just so you know, because they're going to edit this to make it look horrible.
Wow.
Her attorney is ready to go, and she's going to defend herself and the president. Listen, it is so ridiculous. Notice the pattern. Notice the pattern of how she uses Trump as a shield. Just like the migrants were using their children as shields from the authorities, as shields so they could cross into the United States, even renting other people's kids. This woman uses the Trump name, brand, and figure. She uses it to protect herself from criticism. Anytime she does something crappy, criminal, evil, low down, I'm being attacked because I love Trump. And I can take it all, just like our president, because I'm just like him. You're nothing like the president. Nothing. And notice the heightened level of fear. I'm going to tell you, this is bad for you. Melinda, the best thing you could possibly do is call this whole thing off. Also, I have a lawyer. So if you're not going to do anything, I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. Okay? Here she goes.
I also reached out to some of the to the two producers that were contacting us, and because I talked about it, and depending on how bad it is, if they go ahead and air that and they really edit it the way they want to, from what we saw yesterday, it'll probably make us look really, really, really awful. And
she means herself.
Yeah.
And it could create a lot of problems. I got one of the organizations saying that they'll get an attorney on it, and go after the show, because I think they really just, again, I think this was a hit piece on Trump more than either one of us, like, not on us, but on Trump himself.
Yeah, it's all about a hit piece on Trump now.
Yes. Can someone call him and alert him?
Tell Trump to watch Dr. Phil on September 9th because they're going to come out and do a hit piece on him.
Oh my God. She is so delusional. Okay. Lee says, I hope they show Dr. Phil's wife's expressions. Me too. I hope that I wish I could be a fly on the wall. Ooh, maybe Pendeja for Trump will live stream herself reacting to the show.
There we
like
go,
she
there
did
we go.
reacting to mine.
She'll just talk over herself. No, she'll stop. She'll stop when she goes on screen. Oh, look at me. Look at me.
Oh my God, I can't believe she did that for me. I was like thinking to myself, this show is going to be so good when I show what a liar she is about how she took that picture with Ivan Rebely and she didn't know him. He asked her, and I show she lied. And that she didn't lie just after the picture came out. She lied on a radio show when asked about the picture. And then she lied as she was reacting to me exposing it. Mm-hmm. Before I exposed it.
Yep.
It was beautiful. And I could have never have enjoyed that if Pendeja for Trump hadn't videotaped her live reactions, her in-the-moment reactions. And I had thought, God, what would I give just to like see her reaction when she knows the jig is up, when she realizes that, you know what? Everyone sees right through you. Did you hear her Freudian slip at the end? She goes, everyone is going to see right through me. And I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, pendeja. It's over. It's done. They can see. Mm-hmm. They are seeing right through you.
Yep.
Listen to this next desperate voicemail.
I mean, if Amy says it's okay to contact the show, because it would have to be, she would have to agree with it. I think we should. I think we should contact both producers and tell them that we're not okay with the way they taped the show, and that
save me.
We were. I mean, if Amy wasn't stalking me the day before, I mean, not that it was going to make a difference, but they really pushed us because they wanted a good show, and whatever they had to do to make us look just as awful as possible. And that's going to be really bad, not only for us, but it's going to make all Trump supporters look horrible. And we're not, and that's not true. And they know that. They know that. They know us, and they know you're not a bad person. Amy's not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. And they took advantage of that.
They know that Melinda and Amy are not bad people. You don't know that. You've been attacking them for almost a year before. You haven't stopped since you ended the show. You went one day trying to project that you were going to try to follow the agreement and follow the rules, and you couldn't even pull it off.
Yep.
Not even for one day. That is how out of control this person is. This is like a 40-year-old woman.
41.
Whatever. She's an adult. She's a grown person. She's not in her 20s. And I'm not saying that 20-year-olds are not adults. I'm saying they're very young and they haven't had a lot of experience. So even in a 20-some-year-old, I could see a lack of maturity, being a hallmark of their age and lack of experience, and not so much that they're hardened in their ways and their behaviors. It's very unattractive on a 40-some-year-old woman to lie, to spend her time attacking people, especially people with disabilities, especially people that are merely out there trying to expose the people in the Antifa movement, in these mercenary activist groups that were harming Mexico and the United States, like Amy and Melinda were doing. And let me just say something. I don't know them very well. You know what the way that I know about Amy and Melinda? In the capacity of these people, these women, sending me information to use on my show, like many of you have. Like many of you have tried to report. I was impressed with the information that they were able to collect, and that they took the time, which a lot of people don't do, to put it together, to try to get it to people that could investigate further, that would explain to the people, what was going on, that could connect the dots for folks. That's what I know of them. But Pendeja for Trump was in the script as one of the two sides accepted by these con artivists. That's why they didn't sue each other. That's why she kept these con men off the screen. That's why she got the inside calls from the shelter. That's why she knew where to be, when to be, from the very people she was supposed to show up and fight with. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Denise.
And Jim.
And Jim, she says it's worth the money. I absolutely hope so. We put in a lot of work into our shows, not only so that people can see that we have receipts, that we bring you citation, interview, fact. And yes, I do spend a lot of time doing it. She accused me of being obsessed. No, it's what good reporters do. I did it as a paralegal. I do it now as a reporter. And I'm really good at research. You know what else? So are a lot of my viewers. They're really good at research. They are really good at putting together these things. They are watching. They are paying attention to who is out there doing good and helping, and who's out there for themselves. A lot of people identified, both on the right and on the left, that Paloma for Fraud is in it for herself. And I would go a step further and say she's also here to destroy others. That is why it's important. Show us our top donors tonight on our Super Chat, Duke.
Okay, give me a moment.
I want to thank them personally. Maybe you should with that caramely radio voice that you have.
It doesn't seem to be coming up right now.
Aw, well, you can just read them. You can just tell people. Appreciate. Oh, there you
we go.
Boom. Boom.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I mean, this is really excellent. It helps support our work. We had To America, one to you.
One to you.
One to you, $10. Christina Haviland, $25. $1.99 from someone who took their message away.
Aw.
Oh, that's too bad. Jennifer Phelps, $9.99. BK for Truth, $10. Pendeja for Fraud, $4.99. That's a valuable one. Give them a button. Anna Rodriguez, $1.99.
I think it's funny.
Kalita Thomas, $1.99. Rain, $20. The male crystal ball. Brad, we love you.
Brad.
$50. You'll get a free book, Brad.
Oh, yes. He's getting a free autograph book. I love
right.
Brad.
Denise and Jim.
Denise and Jim. Thank you.
$10
Sorry.
and worth the money, they say. Yeah, it's worth the money. It's a lot of work. We're just not out here doing some hit job on anybody. We're out here working hard. This pendeja for Trump needs to be exposed. She's reacting to stuff. I can't wait for the Dr. Phil show. I've watched it. I've watched it a few times, but it's like, when is it on? It's at 4:00 on Channel 11 here locally on the air television. We're gonna set up a popcorn and set up probably a live stream from a phone and watch and eat popcorn and see what happens. And we don't know what's gonna happen. She's releasing the early release that it's going to be a hit job on Trump, make all the Trump supporters look bad. Well, I think you're making Trump supporters look bad, Paloma.
Yeah,
definitely. You are doing that. You're projecting that out to everybody, but you're the one that's making Trump supporters look bad. I have plenty of people around me who are Trump supporters. They don't act like you.
No. Exactly. She's projecting that if people show what she's doing and that they expose that she's a terrible person that's actually hurting conservatives, that will hurt Trump. No, it hurts you. It hurts your image. People can see right through you. Just like you Freudian slipped it out in that last video. People are going to see right through me.
Yeah.
I got to have that little clip on a loop.
Yeah, she didn't even
play it
she didn't
over and
even
over.
correct it too. She just left it there,
She just spoke it. Like, once you speak it into the world, it's like, it's out there.
Yep.
And people can see your train of thought. People are going to see right through me, she said.
Yep.
Over and over. I want it on a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, this is our last clip, right?
No, that's all of them.
Oh, that was all of them. Oh, my God. Wow. To the bitter end, all she could do was tell people, don't watch the Dr. Phil show. So you know what we got to do, guys? We all got to watch the Dr. Phil show.
Yeah.
We have to watch it. We have to keep exposing it. Folks, thank you for being here tonight with us on Super Chat.
Yep.
It's been a fun Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we would just
Definitely.
do a Super Chat instead of working up a whole show today.
Yep.
Because me and Duke have put out, was it 4 shows this week?
Yeah, we pretty much won every day.
We were busting it out. Boom, 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 boom. Now, it's time to enjoy our Friday night.
Yep, that's
It's
right.
time to go and relax. I want to fall into your arms and maybe watch a movie.
Sounds good to me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's do it, folks. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Cuddle up with a loved one and have a great weekend. Let's get ready for this Dr. Phil thing. Oh, and for the upcoming holiday, we want to wish everyone a happy upcoming Labor Day. Is it Labor Day?
I think it's Memorial Day.
Oh, sorry, Memorial Day.
Usually not too happy, but it's
Well,
a holiday though.
It is a holiday. It is a time when people get together. Anytime that we get a day to rest, to recognize the service of other people in our country, to meet with our families, share stories, break bread, it's a good time. It's a blessing to have those opportunities. So I'm very thankful. I hope you guys have a wonderful day of rest and a great weekend. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate it.
It is Labor Day. Somebody just said it is Labor Day.
Okay.
I wasn't
well,
crazy.
I'm
It is
full
Labor
of it.
Day,
Sorry.
right?
I retract the
Isn't it?
mistake. Instead of coming on the show to say take back something I said was wrong, I take it back.
Maybe.
I was wrong. I don't know my holidays. These American holidays, they pop up and who knows. But
Wait.
So it's
Let's
Labor
look it
Day.
up. Let's look it up. Memorial Day.
Labor Day. It's like the beginning. There's a beginning holiday of the summer.
It's
and
May
an ending.
25th.
So
Memorial Day is
so
is in
Memorial's
May.
the beginning of
So
the
it was
summer.
Labor Day.
Labor means you shouldn't work. You should
It's
take
also
the day
recognition.
off.
It's also well, I know, but a lot of people have to work on Labor Day.
I know.
But
it's
you
like-
know what it recognizes in the United States? It honors America's labor movements and the power of collective actions by laborers.
I see.
And you know what? Laborers built America. They built our infrastructure. They brought us the buildings, the roads, the schools, the libraries, the hospitals.
Yep.
And we are hard workers in America.
Yep.
We have some of the most hardworking people in America. So, folks, enjoy your day off. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for being here and supporting our show. Have a great night, and God bless.
Good night, everybody.